Okay, week 4, resilience in action, because resilience isn't getting it right, it's getting back up, right? So the real question is what happens in your house after the meltdowns? Because that's where families, they either build trust or they're building shame. And we're going to train one idea this week that strong isn't never failing. Strong is getting up every single time. That's resilience. It's not toughness. It's not pretending. It's recovering from the moment. So, so a lot of us spend our time focusing on the meltdowns and stopping them from happening. But the real long-term damage comes from what happens next. The cold distant, the silent treatment, the go away energy, or your mom shame spiraling out of control for the next 12 hours. And kids don't need you to be perfect. They need you to be repairable. Now, I watched a lot of Ted Lasso. I was sick. I had that ear infection and I was like sick. And I was watching Ted Lasso. And if you've never watched it, you gotta watch it. It's a great show. And, it's about a soccer team. It's about a soccer team and a American football coach coming to coach soccer and didn't know anything about soccer. And they had like some really devastating losses. Or like he had players that made a really bad mistake in a really big game. And he talked to them about like being a goldfish, like a goldfish. And I don't think this is true. One of my students told me that it wasn't true, that goldfishes, their memory thing is not a thing. But anyway, that he told them to be like a goldfish because goldfish have the shortest memory, meaning that once it's over, leave it in the past. Right? I get to do this a lot with my students on the map because they may have a bad day, they may have a bad moment. And then the next class, that doesn't matter because it's a new class. It's a new opportunity. It's a new way that they get to show up. And we don't need to talk about the old way because we took a moment. We talked about what to do next time. And so if the moment happens again, then we can talk about what we're doing, not what happened. Does that make sense? So that's what we're doing. That is where kids need to understand that it's not about being perfect and that they can make mistakes and that you can recover from them and repair them. And that's what we get to do. So I'm going to tell you the thing to avoid after hard moment because it does teach the wrong lesson. Because the biggest mistakes we make after these moments is the story that we're telling ourselves. Like, I'm a bad mom. I'm ruining them forever. I can't do this. Like, that story doesn't fix anything. It keeps you stuck and it keeps the cycle going. But resilience is, okay, that happened. Okay, yeah, that happened. Now what do we do next? Right? And so naming the pattern, we've already talked about this month. And if you haven't gone to pickyourfight.org, go get the free tools, become aware of what's going on for you so that you can catch yourself and you can start leading differently. Or hit the links in the description. They're free. Go take them. They don't take a lot of time, I promise you. Unless you want to do it live with me. I do a live class. But resilience really is how to get back up and start over, how to repair without groveling, and how to return to the standard that you want it to be so that you can try again. It's not about avoiding struggle. That's the misnomer. Resilience is not about avoiding struggle. It's about recovering from the struggle, getting up and going through the struggle, getting to the other side. And you need to normalize that process is just what you do, right? It becomes how you life. It becomes how you learn. The struggle doesn't become, I talk about this in my book, failure does not have to be bad. Failure is just where we learn the best, hardest lessons, right? The ones that we remember the most. But if you don't train this, if you don't train this resilience, if you don't train that every mistake, then it becomes their identity. Then they say, I always mess up. I'm just not good at that. I quit. And that's where you get those patterns of quitting when it's hard because they don't understand that it's hard for everybody. Now, some kids get things easier than others, and that's okay. And if they quit, they'll never find what is easy for them. And so acknowledging that you're breaking a pattern and you're giving them a skill so they can find that thing that is their true genius. And so this week, your win is very simple. Don't aim for never messy. Aim for, I know how to get back up. If you want help with the structure, I've already named the tools, pickyourfight.org, take the assessment, download the kit, or join the live class. We've got you. We've got you to help you through this. And next week, um, you can check out Who You Become Under Pressure and or just subscribe because we've got videos on these topics all the time. And I am working and researching and working on tools for you guys all the time because we have to equip leaders. We have to lead ourselves. We have to equip ourselves, lead our children, lead our communities because we're the only ones that can. Until then, I'll see you next time.